Chapter 10. The Food We Eat. We will learn farmers, requirements of farmer, hunger, food shortage, spoilage and shortage of food, food preservation, food wastage. Agriculture is the cultivation of animals, plants, and other life forms for food, fiber, and other products used to sustain life. The persons who are involved in all these things are called farmers. There are as many types of farmers in the world as there are farm products demanded by consumers. Farmers raise animals for meat, eggs, milk, wool, and feathers. Internationally, farmers bring to the table every kind of fruit, vegetable, and grain crop, as well as specialty products such as silk, cultured pearls, rubber, coffee, ferns, and countless other byproducts of plants and animals. Farmers. The people who are involved in the process of agriculture are called farmers. There are as many types of farmers in the world as there are farm products demanded by consumers. In India, farmers can be divided into many groups. Some of them are listed below. Small farmers. The cultivators with a land holding of 2 hectares are called small farmers. They constitute almost 80% of all Indian farmers. Small farmers are also called subsistence farmers. More than 90% of small farmers are dependent on rain for cultivation. Commercial farmers. The cultivators owning a large plot of land are called commercial farmers. They grow crops for selling in the market. They use modern machines, irrigation facilities, fertilizers, and pesticides. Dairy farmers. The farmers who rear cows and buffaloes are called dairy farmers. They earn their livelihood by selling milk and milk products like butter, curd, etc. in nearby areas. Mixed and poultry farmers. Farmers who grow crops and rear animals to sell their products are called mixed farmers. The farmers who rear ducks, hens, etc. for eggs and meat are called poultry farmers. Landless laborers. They are the people who do not own land but earn their livelihood by cultivating others' land. The people who have a lot of land rent their lands to others. The landless laborers cultivate this land and the landowners pay them money or a part of crops grown. Requirements of farmers. Farmers need different things to grow crops. To increase production of crops, they need good quality seeds, modern farm machinery, good irrigation facilities, fertilizers, and pesticides. Seeds. Farmers buy seeds from the market. Sometimes seeds of previous crops are also used by small farmers. These seeds are of poor quality. They affect crop production. Nowadays, to produce more crops, good quality seeds are used by farmers. These seeds are hybrid seeds. Farm machinery. Nowadays, farmers use tractors, seed sowers, sprayers, harvesters, and threshers. These farm machinery help the farmers to do more work in less time and to increase production. Irrigation facilities. Irrigation is an artificial application of water to the soil. It is used to assist in the growth of agricultural crops. Tube wells, canals, tanks, and sprinklers are the different means of irrigation used in our country. Tube well and canal irrigation are common in northern India. Sprinkle irrigation is practiced in dry western parts, while tank irrigation is common in South India. Fertilizers. When a farmer grows 2 or more crops, manure or fertilizers become essential. Manure is made from the animal wastes and fertilizers are made from the chemicals. Manure is environment friendly, but chemical fertilizers are harmful for the soil. Knowledge window. Farmers may learn about agriculture through a training program at college or university. Pesticides. The chemicals sprayed on plants to protect them from pests are called pesticides. They are used by the farmers in a large number. Pests make a great harm to the crop. so it is necessary to spray the pesticides. Spoilage of food. Food is spoiled when it is left unattended for some time. It spoils quickly in damp areas rather than in dry areas. It is because microorganisms grow faster in water or moisture. Spoiled food causes an unpleasant smell and bad taste. The microorganisms that develop on the spoiled food enter the human body and lead to diseases like cholera, hepatitis, etc. Storing food. We buy different foods at different intervals. We buy some foods daily, while others weekly, monthly, or yearly. You can see that we buy more food that we can consume on a day. We need to store the excess food for the future. Food preservation. Food preservation is the process of treating and handling food to stop or slow down spoilage. Some techniques by which food is preserved are drying. It reduces water activity sufficiently to delay or prevent bacterial growth. The fruits and cereal grains that can be dried are apples, pears, bananas, mangoes, wheat, maize, oats, rice, millet, and rye. Freezing. Freezing foods lowers the temperature to levels that make the environment unsuitable for microbial growth. Cold stores are used to preserve large amount of foodstuff for a longer period of time. Knowledge window. Drying is the most ancient method of preserving food. Pickling. Typical pickling agents include brine, high in salt, vinegar, ethanol, and vegetable oil. Most pickling processes also involve heating or boiling, so that the food being preserved becomes saturated with the pickling agent. Canning and bottling. It involves cooking fruits or vegetables, sealing them in sterile cans or jars, and boiling the containers to kill or weaken any remaining bacteria. Many vegetables require pressure canning. Food preserved by canning or bottling is at immediate risk of spoilage once they has been opened. Vacuum packing, pasteurization, and curing are some other effective techniques to preserve the food. Hunger. Hunger is an unpleasant feeling caused by the body's need for food. Hunger also causes various sensations in the stomach as well as weakness and faintness. Many children and adults around the world suffer from long-term hunger. Knowledge window. Malnutrition is a general term that indicates a lack of some oral nutritional elements necessary for human health. Food scarcity. There are times when the availability of food is scarce. There may be a number of causes for the food shortage. These causes may be natural or man-made. The natural causes of food scarcity occur due to droughts, floods, or diseases to the crops. Agriculture is dependent on monsoon to a large extent. However, we are not so dependent on it as we used to be a few years ago. The shortage of water is bravely faced by the farmers these days as we have tube wells and other means of irrigation which substitute rains. However, floods cause havoc to the fields and crops fail. Similarly, the attack of pests or locusts is a reason for food scarcity, though we have means to counter them. There are many man-made causes for the scarcity of food. Poverty is a major cause of food scarcity as the people are unable to buy food for themselves. Sometimes some people store food to be sold at a profit. They create artificial shortage of food. The government should deal with such people strictly. Knowledge window. In India, the number of hunger-stricken people are 1,892 million. That measures about 14% of the population is undernourishment. 578 million belong to Asia and the Pacific. Food wastage. We should eat food to our appetite. That is, we should eat only as much food as we can feel convenient. The amount of food that we take in our plate should not be more than what we can eat. Our eating capacity is limited, so we should take only that much food. When we take more food in our plate than we can eat, we leave it uneaten. This food is wasted. Wasting food is a bad manner. We must be careful about it. We must eat the food that we take in our plate. That is, we must take only as much food as we can eat easily. Knowledge window. There are nearly 1 billion malnourished people in the world, but approximately 40 million tons of food is wasted by US households. Quick review. Agriculture is the cultivation of animals, plants, and other life forms for food, fiber, and other products used to sustain life. To grow crops, farmers need good quality seeds, machinery, fertilizers, irrigation facilities, and pesticides. Commercial farmers own a large plot of land and grow crops for sale in the market. Sprinkle irrigation is practiced in dry western parts, while tank irrigation is common in South India. Food provides energy to do work and it fulfills different needs of the body such as physical structure, protection from diseases, etc. The natural causes of food scarcity occur due to droughts, floods, or diseases to the crops. The microorganisms that develop on the spoiled food enter the human body and lead to diseases like cholera, hepatitis, etc. Food preservation is the process of treating and handling food to stop or slow down spoilage.